how to take advantage of achieving the slope of mastery. Everything is a mastery. You need to realize that in this life, in this world, we live in a spiritual age where now humans can create their own reality. When humans can become that person that they ideally want to become, and basically controlling themselves and controlling their own life by just simply achieving the slope of mastery. Achieving the slope of mastery, you will master everything. You will master your own mind, your own temple, your own body, your own communication, your own eyes, your own ears, whatever you want to master, you will fulfilly master in every attribute that you can maximize, right? But simply enough, why haven't people maximized themselves? Why haven't people maximized anything? And it's because the mastery of slope, it's a fluctuating state. It's a fluctuating state where people are so programmed not to master themselves. When people don't know how to actually master themselves by lack of information and lack of self-awareness and a lack of choices, right? So I want to talk about that. Don't always seem like you're smarter than others, right? A lot of people tend to connect with their ego. Their ego is a sense of a false image they typically have attained by their experiences, the way they grew up, and typically just have been feed from different people that they have been hanging around with, right? So when you connect with your ego, now you're connected with the outside instead of the inside, right? You're thinking to yourself that you're better than everybody else. You think that you're never wrong. You start blaming other people. When you're connected with your ego, it basically disconnects you from what other people are trying to do, basically from now what you're trying to do for others, right? So when you're connected with your ego, you need to realize that you're always gonna try to seem like smarter than other people because you never want to be wrong. People hate losing. People hate being wrong just because they want to be right. They want to have that validation from the outside. They want to have those compliments. They want to have that attention. But you have to come to a realization that, none of the stuff matters because everybody here in this world is the student of life no matter what. Every day we learn, every day we evolve, and every day we change. So if you're connecting with your ego, you're going to seem to want to go smarter than other people when realistically it's much more false because the much more smart people would tend to learn more than talk more, right? So look, people feel hopeless by a lot of consuming. This is probably someone that's watching right now. That's probably something that's probably been watching a lot of TikToks and watching a lot of social media. The way, my camera just fell down for a bit, but I just picked it up. But the way how people just automatically get distracted by these platforms, the way that how you easily just catch attention, catch information for like 30 seconds, and they automatically just swipe. What that's making, that is shortening your attention span and just shortening your focus, right? So when you consume a lot, you're basically getting a lot of information and not doing anything. You end up not taking action. You'll end up not being disciplined into the things that you hear. That is exactly why people feel hopeless, because they tend to ask themselves, oh, I know everything, but oh my gosh, like I don't know what to do. I don't know when to start, right? And simply enough, all it is the answer is yourself. You need to simply just start yourself. You need to start taking action by the information that you're consuming every day, right? That is what ideally successful people do. They don't care what's happening. They don't care. They don't hesitate. They do what they're consuming and never falter on their own barriers, right? So when you consume a lot, there's so much information that now your brain is thinking that you're doing something productive, but realistically, you're not doing anything, right? It's something that's affecting to people who read books. People read books, but they never change. They never become someone different because they consume a lot of information and they never want to take action. I don't know why my camera keeps falling down, but I'm gonna just keep bringing it up. But yeah, simply enough, people feel hopeless by a lot of consuming. Just take action. That's all it is. You're achieving so much information, which is the good part, but there's two different type of people. If one person gets information and he takes action on the information, he's automatically making a change and he can analyze on his success. The second person is that he just consumes a lot of information and never ends up taking action. Those kind of people are the people who think they're doing something productive, who think there's something doing good, but then they always seem to be the same person. They never tend to change at all. They never tend to be a change. So you need to take action. right? Take action. So look, you sometimes as well, you simply don't know how, or don't know how to use it, right? People don't know how, like I was mentioning, they got a lot of information, but they don't know how to do it. They don't know when to start, they don't know where they headed at, they don't know how to do it. When at the end of the day, it's not about where you're heading at, it's about your progress. So that's exactly why you need to take action. You need to take action into the unknown spaces, because you need to come to a realization whatever you're trying to do, nobody else is trying to do it, right? That's exactly why it's so unknown for you. That's exactly why nobody knows where you're headed to, because it's an unknown. You don't know. You don't know where you're gonna land. You don't know where you're gonna go. You're simply just flowing. You need to flow in life. So whenever you are entering an unknown space, meaning that you don't know where you're going, you don't know where you're doing, you don't know where you're going, but you love what you're doing, that is simply going to the unknown and now making that how now into action. Okay, I'm gonna figure out why. I'm gonna figure out how to do it. I'm gonna take action and get all these answers and get more questions and then answer them with more information. Simply, that's how it works. Simple, right? So, or it could either be this. You don't know how to use it. People get the information and they don't know how to implement it, right? And that's exactly why some people need to strategize. That's why some people, sometimes it's good to make a plan and make a structure just for you to get closer and closer, smaller steps, right? Because if you're rushing, if you're multitasking and you're doing everything out of a rush, simply what you're doing is you're really not prioritizing it in an efficient way, but rather in a faster way, right? But there's always a difference between multitasking and actually focusing on one thing at a time, right? There's always a difference between multitasking, because multitasking, you're focusing on different things, but focusing on one thing will give you the max output and input, right? That's what you need to know. That's what you need to know, right? So I actually made a chart regarding on this concept, how to achieve the slope of mastery, confidence, and knowledge. Let me just get my marker real quick. So look, this is people's confidence, right? This is people's confidence, and this is people's knowledge. Some people, let's say for example, you're that person that reads book, you're reading self-developing books, and you're just growing your mindset, growing perspectives. This will be you, right? Because now, since you are reading and you're keeping everything average, you're keeping everything, your confidence, you're working on yourself, that's basically building your self-esteem, right? That's building your self-esteem. So you're doing good. You're doing the good. You're keeping it consistent. You're getting there. You're building your confidence up, and you're building tools, right? But look, some people, obviously not everybody's gonna have that confidence. This is the people who automatically have born with a lot of confidence, right? Since you are so self-aware, since you have the self-trust, since you can do better and basically prioritize on anything, you can build yourself in a self-esteem, and your knowledge will automatically go up. Some people do not have confidence. That is something that's normal and natural that's happening, right? People that have no confidence, basically they try to build themselves now to the people who are naturally confident, now over here to the top, but they end up going down, right? They seem to Alright guys, my camera just died. I had to just redo this part again, right? So going back to what I was saying, right? So you can become that person that automatically can build his self-esteem, right? It can go up in confidence, but you can also be that person that is not gaining knowledge. Your knowledge is getting bigger, it's getting better just because your confidence is going. When you're a confident person, you will always be this person that would just receive information, would just love to learn more because you're so confident that you can do anything, right? But the thing is, some people end up just being here. Their confidence is top tier, but their knowledge is so bad. Their knowledge is so bad, they could actually, if they actually prioritize on the knowledge and the information that they get just to become a better person in general in all attributes other than just confidence, you will automatically be here, right? And I will get to this here because this is where the end point is. This is where I'm trying to get to people at, right? So also, let's say for example, you're a person that also has no confidence, right? You build yourself up here, you build yourself up here, up here, up here, and then, you know, you end up going there, right? No, actually, no. You end up stopping here. You end up like stopping right here. So automatically, you're a person that is getting confidence and also getting more knowledge, but this is where the valley of despair has come to a concept. People do this when they start developing themselves, right? People are starting to build their confidence. People are starting to receive that information, right? But at the end of the day, you see how it just automatically became a flat line here, right? These people who automatically just stop at their confidence, stop developing themselves, are the same people who don't take action, where they seem hopelessness, right? By a lot of consuming. Those are the people that are in valley despair. This is what I mean by people feeling hopeless. They receive so much information, they receive so much game that they end up not doing anything of it. They stay flat, right? They're building themselves up because now their confidence is boosting their morale, right? When the confidence boosts their morale, their knowledge is going to keep increasing. But if you don't take action, if you feel like your life is changing just because you have information, just because you're reading books, that is not true. Your life automatically changes if you automatically take action. You need to take action on the information that you're receiving. Take action on the knowledge that you're getting. Take action on everything that you're getting. Stop being in the valley of despair. That's when people start being disappointed about themselves because, they start asking themselves, okay, but how do I do it? How do I do it? Or I don't know how to use it. Simply, all you have to do is take action. Nobody knows where you're landing. Nobody knows where you're headed to. That is exactly what you gotta take action yourself. You gotta realize that there's gonna be either a bad consequence or a good consequence receiving the information. Either you're gonna do something about it or you're not, right? Which one are you gonna choose realistically? Which one, right? If you choose either one between, you're never gonna realize your monk's potential. People slack up. People tend to not go over the bar in their actions because also their self-esteem just goes in the middle, right? They don't know if they can fully do this, right? That is exactly why the confidence goes in a flat line, because whatever the confidence at, it just stays right there. But look, let's say for example, you actually had the courage. You actually just took action on that simple decision. Now, instead of it being a flat line here, you will automatically just grow slowly, just because you took action. And now, boom, you reach the slope of mastery, right? This is the slope of mastery. This is where the knowledge and your confidence connects. This is where everything just connects, right? So when the slope of mastery actually is something attainable, something that you can adapt to, it is because your confidence, and it's because you took action on the valley of despair. When you felt hopeless, when you felt like you didn't know what to do, when you felt like you didn't know how to use it, you took action on that, and now you continued the path of the valley. Instead of it being a valley of despair, it became a valley of your own mastery, right? Simple as it is, your knowledge is just the plan. Your knowledge is the plan. You just need to know how to use it in the right time. You just know how to use it in the most complex way, and that is exactly how you achieve the slope of mastery. Because with that same confidence, now you know what to do. Now your plan is right there. Your structure is perfect. Nobody can tell you anything because you already know, you automatically know within yourself, because of the same knowledge that you've been practicing receiving, and that knowledge and that confidence that you automatically would just achieve when you were from right here, right? But like I was mentioning, man, you're gonna be stuck in the valley of despair. You're gonna be that person that just trying different things, who doesn't stay disciplined, who just really multitasking, who's just fluctuating. If you become this person who's just fluctuating, that means that you're unadaptable. You don't know how to adapt. You don't know how to adapt to this habit or certain actions, right? So the valley of despair is most people. I would say it's at least more than 80% of the world population. right? And it's completely normal. It is completely normal because of these apps, of these social media things that haven't been affecting our mindset and haven't been affecting our attention span, and the way that we receive information. Where we see how many videos. If you watch a 30 minutes of TikTok, how many information would you tell me, or how many videos would you tell me you watched? How many? How many of those videos change your life? How many of those videos contribute with what you're doing in your life? How many of those videos have you actually took action on, the valuable videos, on the videos that don't really get prioritized on TikTok? Alright? It's just minimal. It's minimal, right? But it's still there. And that attention span is ruining that opportunity, that golden opportunity that they're showing you, these people who are successful in the things that you probably want to be successful at and achieving the slope of mastery. Those are the same people who went over the valley of despair and just kept it going on the slope of mastery, man. But yeah, that is how to surely achieve your own mastery. It's been Fredo Saga. Live your own truth to create your own saga, man. This is how to achieve the slope of mastery. You can implement this on anything and you will automatically be successful. I promise you that. You will beat everybody just because repetition is competition. If you repeat, the more you repeat, the more competitive you will be from yourself. The more you want to outlearn yourself, the more you want to outbeat yourself and outbreak your own limit, right? But yeah, man, I leave it up to that. I will just follow my other social media so I can talk about different life concepts. Go check out my Twitch. I'll be live streaming each night or so. I'll be gaming as well. And just check up on me. Stay in contact. I also do coach and I do courses. And check out my ebooks on my link on my profile bio. But yeah, man, it's been Fredo Saga. Yeah, leave it up to this. Build a chart of your own confidence. Put it into the inline. Put it now into the knowledge and the other endpoint. And input yourself. Input yourself in a way where realistically and being honest to yourself, how can you build yourself from having no confidence and now into having the slope mastery by implementing that knowledge. But yeah, man.